Evening, everybody. This is 15 Minutes with Uncle Russ coming to live from Koh Samui in Thailand. What a wonderful time it always is for me just to spend these few minutes with you and share what's on my heart. And yeah, it's fun. I've been doing it now. It's going in, I think this is number 118 or something. So yeah, how's your week been? I've been installing a suspended ceiling, and I want to tell you, these old bones, they've been feeling exactly what is going on. Just when you think you can do a whole lot of stuff, you realize some of the old spare parts don't work the same. Nevertheless, it's going on fine, and I'm quite excited about the finished product coming up soon. I'll update you on that. But yeah, I wanna share a little story with us. Once again, it's one of Aesop's fables, so it's not an original story from Uncle Russ, but I want to expound on that if I may. You okay with that? All right. This one story is called The Young Crab and His Mother. The young crab and his mother. So I'm going to read a little story for us. So, this is what the mum crab says to her son. "Why in the world do you walk sideways like that?" said the mother crab to her son. "You should always walk straight forward with your toes turned out." "Show me how to walk, mother dear," answered the little crab obediently. "I want to learn." So the old crab tried to walk straight forward, but she could only walk sideways like her son, and when she wanted to turn her toes out, she tripped and fell on her nose. Short, eh? Sweet. So the moral of the story is, don't tell others how to act unless you can set a good example. I'm sure that's the story of our lives. It's wherever people coming to us and saying, "You know what, if I was you, then I will do this." Or, should you not rather do this like this? And then you say, "But are you doing it?" And they go, "No." Well, think about what you just said. So, Matthew 23 verse 1 to 4 says this. And it's a warning to the scribes and the Pharisees. Listen to this. This is quite interesting. "Woe to the scribes and the Pharisees." Then Jesus spoke to the multitudes and to his disciples, saying, "The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. Therefore, whatever they tell you to observe, they observe and do, but not do according to their works. For they say and do not do. For they bind heavy burdens hard to bear and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers." Have you ever experienced that whether it's your parent or somebody giving you advice and they say something like this: "Don't do what I do, just do what I tell you to do." Yeah, that's a bit harsh, eh? They're doing all kinds of funny things, but telling you how you should live righteously and good lives, and they're doing all weird stuff. So, there's an old English saying that goes like this: people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. In other words, if you're telling somebody not to do something or to do something, make sure that you're doing it first before you tell them what they have to do. Is that okay? Yeah. Yes. So, how does this tie in with what I'm saying? For example, we're finding out more and more that our children, the young people, the new generation, are participating in all manner of things where we as kids may have experimented a little bit, or, it was always on the quiet. But now, the lifestyle that we live in the open And the exposure that the children are made to, like whether it's online or TV or social media, whatever it is saying that many things is okay. Well, everybody's doing it, so it must be okay if I do it. You know that one? Yes. So, I'm going to use some examples. Okay, so don't get your knickers in a knot. I'm using examples, so before you start throwing stones at me, just hear what I say first. Is that okay? Smoking, drinking, using other drugs, gambling, being sexually active, domestic violence, worldview, sexual abuse, pornography, unbelief, and immoral behavior. These are the things that we are portraying to the children every single day, and that exposure is getting to younger and younger and younger people. After all, children are people. Remember, before you forget. And so that's what it is. They see all these things going on and they think, well, it must be okay. You know, we've legalized dope shops and we've legalized pornography and we've legalized all kinds of things. And then we wonder why our kids are so mixed up. Yeah. You know, one of the things that has always got to me that I've never understood, even before I became a Christian, I never understood it, that it's a father thinks it's his duty to take his son to a brothel to have his first sexual encounter so that he can now be a man. And here's the thing, that young man is expecting and hoping that the young woman that he's going to marry is still a virgin. But he himself has already lost his virginity to some odd person, some stranger, just so that he can be one of the boys. Or, you know, again, and I'm using dads because, you know, we're supposed to be the example. The dad takes him to the pub for his first shot. Hey, come on, you've got to be one of the boys. And maybe it's a marijuana joint or whatever it is. So we set the tone for that child from a very young age by our behavior in what they see us doing, and they're thinking, well, it must be okay. My dad does it or my mum does it, depending what it is. But the responsibility lies with us. Look what Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6 says. This is a bit of a wake-up call, dads and moms. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he grows old, he will not depart from it. Why is there such dishonor and disrespect for authority? Why is there so much lawlessness and breaking of rules and just the ignoring normal moral behavior? Yes, because it starts at home. Oh, but you know what? We want to be progressive parents. We want to be friends to our children. I don't want to just be a parent, I want to be their friend. And then one day, we wake up and the coffee's not cold, the coffee's gone. Because the child is out of control. There's been no restraint, there's been no boundaries, no securities put in place, just left to do as they please, make decisions as they see fit. And let's be honest, while you may find some responsible children, in general, a child is a child, and so certain decisions need to be made by parents in order to guide that child. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he grows old, he will not depart from it. What is happening with us today? And my phone is going ping, ping in the background. Should I have a quick look and see? Ooh, look at this. Who can this be? I'll ignore it. Yeah. Now the easiest thing is to train up a child. We just put a cell phone in their hands or an iPad or something, and they can keep themselves busy watching cartoons or movies or whatever it is. And the enemy has found that to be so helpful in his pursuit of taking over our children's lives and their minds and ultimately their souls. Yes. I mean, can you imagine the young generation born without thumbs? It would be quite a bummer, eh? Because they won't be able to work the telephone. I mean, there's little kids watching cartoons. And if we had half the sense to watch what they're watching, we would be horrified to see what they are being fed through these windows and portals into this memory thing over here called the brain. And our children have been desensitized to many, many things so that now it's normal. It is. It's normal to have violence, it's normal to take drugs, it's normal to be promiscuous, it's normal to do a whole lot of stuff because everyone's doing it. And besides, it just gives us a moment's break. If we can just get the kids off our hands for a little bit, because then from there, we put them on the telephone, put them in the car, drop them off at school. Hopefully the teachers will teach them the right thing. And we don't even know what the beliefs or the thinking or worldview of those people are. And they in turn influence our children, and then our children go to primary school and then to secondary school and then to high school and then to college and varsity, and they turn out not so good. And all the while then we sit there and we shake our heads and wag our fingers. Oh, can you believe what the world's becoming to today? Who's to blame? Who's responsible for the actions of our children? We are. Of course, and naturally, you may have tried as much as you can to train up a child in the way that they should go, because ultimately they're going to start making their own decisions. And you may not be in a position to say anything, because, that's their lives, they can do as they please. But I think it's a good thing being in the knowledge or having the knowledge that you did your very best and then left it up to them to make their future decisions. You see. So, let's have a little recap. Oh, where did that go? You must see me on the controls here. We can't funny. I only got one thing to do, and most of the time I still mess it up. The young crab and his mother. I think also what I want to say is, don't try and force someone to do something if you yourself is not prepared to do it. Yes. Oh, you know what? You should go to church on Sunday and pray for me. But Mom, Dad, why don't you go? Just do what I'm telling you to do. Don't do what I do. You know that saying, monkey see, monkey do. The children are watching us all the time. The youth of today are watching the adults. They're watching our generation and former generations and saying, why should we do what they're telling us to do when it's completely opposite to what they're wanting us to do? Good thing. Thank you so much. Okay then. I believe that we've got the World Cup starting soon in rugby. Heaven forbid that I even know what's going on over there. But for those of you that are going to be watching and enjoying, cheer your team on. Yes. And remember, all the time that you're going to spend watching all of those games, imagine if you could spend the same time loving and worshipping God. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? Yes. So have a great day tomorrow. Saturday, enjoy time off with your friends and your family. Sunday, don't forget to fellowship, so important. And remember, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. This is Uncle Russ signing off until next time. God bless and goodbye. Doodle